All right, recording now. All right, so I've got negative exponents. Is the title of today's lesson, 8.3, We are in the little packet here. Remember, you can pause anytime if you're watching this video. All right, so rule number 6 is that anything to the 0 power is, anybody know? 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1. Go grab a calculator. Type in any number you want. All right, I put in 5,6,9,9,9,9,9,9,9,9,9.2. And then you're going to put in a caret. Remember, the caret is that symbol that looks like this. It is above the division sign. That's what you use anytime you're doing an exponent. Put it to the power of 0. Don't copy my number. Put anything you want. 1.
Is that equal 1?
I am going to explain a little bit better once we get to our Rule 7. So I'm going to go back for an explanation on Rule 6 in just a moment. In fact, let's go to Rule 7. All right. Anything to a negative power. So a to the negative m is equal to 1 over a to the m. So if it's a negative power, that basically means that you put it on the bottom of the fraction. This is what we call, or I call, the move rule. It means that if there's a negative exponent, you're going to move it. It's either going to go, if it's on the bottom and it's negative, it goes to the top and becomes positive. If it's negative on the top, it goes to the bottom and becomes positive. You don't leave it a negative exponent, otherwise you just have to move it back and forth for the rest of your life. So once you move it, you turn it to a positive thing. Now let me explain why that's true. Look up. Let's suppose I had this. X to the 4th over x to the 6th. You had problems like this in your homework, right? What does this simplify to? Right, it'd be 4 minus 6, which is x to the negative 2. Or some of you are thinking that would be 4x's on top, 6x's on the bottom, which would leave us with what? No. All right, so cancel it out in your head, guys. Everybody focus. I know it's hard to focus on a Friday, especially an evil one like this. Okay, so 4x's on top, 6x's on the bottom. How many are you canceling out? Stop. How many are you canceling out? 4 x's, right? Can you imagine it in your head? What's left over? 2 x's on the top or on the bottom? So this would be 1 over x squared. Do you guys see how if you canceled it out in your head, you'd have 2 left on the bottom? But if you do that rule that's just subtraction, you'd end up with a negative 2. So a negative power is the same thing as it being underneath. Okay, now I'm going to go back to Rule 6 and explain why this is always 1. So I'm going to need you guys to write this out. Everybody write this down. Write down 2 to the negative 3, 2 to the negative 2, 2 to the negative 1, 2 to the 0, 2 to the 1, 2 squared, 2 to the 3rd. What is 2 to the 1st power? 2. What is 2 squared? What's 2 to the 3rd power? Do you just say 30? Colin, are you just making jokes or do you think this is 30? Okay, 2 to the third. It's not 6. I heard some people say 6. Why is it not 6? That's just what? 2 times 3, right? But it's 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. Okay, everybody okay with this so far? All right, now let's look over here. What's 2 to the negative 1? No, guys, remember, a negative power does what? Puts it on the bottom. So it'd be like 1 over 2 to the first. The 2 would be on the bottom. So this is 1/2. 2 to the negative 2. 1/4. Good. So it's like on the bottom. It's like going to look like this side, except for it's underneath the fraction now. And this one's 1/8. Okay. Now, what's the pattern here? If I'm moving to the right, it'd be 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 would be 16, times 2 would be 32, right? What if I'm moving to the left? 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. 1/2 divided by 2 is 1/4. 1/4 divided by 2 is 1/8. Do you see how this is just a pattern? That's why anything in this middle spot is always 1. So like if we did 3s here, this would be 3, 9, 27, moving back. 27, 9, 3 divided by itself is 1. 1 divided by 3 is 1/3, and so on. You can take any number you want, but it divided by itself is always 1. So that's why that is. By the way, if you put in right now into your calculator, I saw some of you doing this on your own, which I think is cool. If you put in 2 to the power of negative 1, make sure that negative is that negative on the bottom, not the subtraction sign. You should get 0.5, which is 1/2. Caret is above the division sign.
Yeah. But how do you do the negative?
It's below the 3.
Oh.
I'm just saying you can't use the subtraction sign. Otherwise your calculator freaks out because calculators are stupid. All right, now, these are the only 2 rules we're learning today, and we're just going to practice the heck out of them. Okay? And it's going to get a little complicated at this point. I promised you that we would do board races, and we definitely will on Monday, which is our work day. Today we're just doing examples like usual. You know the drill. Oh, I have 2 hand tricks to show you, right? Because I just taught you 2 rules.
Sure.
All right, what do we have left? We have the garbage man handshake, the pencil trick, and hot dog. You can have 2 of them.
Farmer handshake.
No. We did the farmer handshake.
Oh.
I said we have the garbage man handshake, the pencil trick, and hot dog.
Garbage man.
Garbage man? Eli, you want to shake my hand? This is my dad, one of my dad's favorite jokes. He says this is the garbage man handshake.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
Your hand's gross.
Yeah, your hand's gross. That's it. That's the whole joke. Isn't that hilarious?
That is hilarious.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to see my dad tonight. I'll let him know how highly you think of his joke. He also likes the cat in the car joke, if I told you that joke.
No.
What does a cat in a car sound like? It sounds like a pencil sharpener. It sounds like meow.
Oh.
Have you heard like the bucket one?
What?
Like what did my grandpa say before he took the bucket?
What?
Sounds like
I'm gonna take this.
Wait, what?
My dad would like that joke. I'll tell him tonight. All right, you want to see the pencil trick or hot dog?
Pencil.
Pencil trick. This is a fun trick that you can do with a pencil. You need kind of a long pencil to do it, or a long pen. I would suggest a pencil. If anybody wants to come grab one, they can. I want them back.
Yeah, no.
Okay, it's not this one. Even though, ooh, wow, rubber pencil. Okay, so this is a hard thing to explain. Even when I explain it really well, hey, focus on me now.